uses the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
They go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Caught in the backfield, it's Mayo. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Penn State! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Second down coming up. Wide out in motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He'll pull it down and run. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down.
And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Offense set on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Floats it out in space. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play.
And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
It's complete. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their heads looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Penn State 21, Iowa 7.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. He leaves it with the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the game as we play on into the second quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in the scrimmage.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Slings it downfield. Got a wide open receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He looks that one in nicely.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got his man.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
The pressure ramps up on third and goal. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
All right, a little bit outside the box, right? A little bit of a different play call on third down, but I think now you got to make the decision. Now it's between, do I go for it? Do I kick a field goal? I think you call a play like that last one, and you know if I get to the 1-yard line, I'm going for it on fourth down. So I think the offensive coordinator probably had a pretty good idea what they wanted to do on the outcome of that play.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
On the move to his left. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Off play action on first down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. On the ground with the counter. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. The snap sets up the throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Makes the grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Still looking on the move. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 3rd and goal, you'd really hate to waste this great field position by settling for a field goal. The play action fake. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's looking to pass. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
He makes the connection. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now with a chance to get a little breathing room, 2nd and 3 from the 15. He's looking to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
How about keeping it on the ground on 3rd and long? He gets 9 on the play, and that brings up a 4th and 3. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty, and the touchdown will count. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Iowa! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes with the return. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start the third quarter with the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. And that pass picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. On first down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Rides to the back.
Running back with the carry. Gain of 6.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. On the run, still looking. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Nittany Lions have it with a first and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Got his man quickly. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The give to the back. Oh, what a cut! Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to pass it. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. 3rd and goal from way back there. Motion from the offense. 3rd down, and they'll try the jet sweep. Bounced off his feet.
Well, when you're backed up on the goal line like this, you've got to play quick with your eyes. You've got to be able to react to where the football is. It's not easy to do on these jet sweeps, but the defense did it there.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Jones. And stampeding through the defense. And it's loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game quickly.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the first down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground.
The expressway is wide open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. The give as they work on that clock. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. The give out of the gun. Finds a crease at the 20. Dances away again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Rich, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that
he hurls one deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one.